Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am super excited because this is a show that I've been working for the last 3 years. But today I'm super excited because it's like beyond belief. I like, right? The universe just kind of makes sense for us to going back to exactly where we started, optimizing our social media so that we can get seen, get heard, and get higher. So, those of you who are new to me, welcome to the group. If you are watching this from LinkedIn, just type in LinkedIn to let me know that you are here. And if you're watching this from YouTube, type in YouTube so that I know where you're coming from. Now, however, if you are my lovely, amazing woman coaches in the Visibility Confidence Lounge, then just type in confidence. So to let me know that you are here joining me live. Welcome to Live Coffee Talk. This is a show where I bring business and mindset strategy so that you can be visible, be confident, and just get paid. I think that's the bottom line, to get paid. And I was sharing with someone else yesterday about how this is the year that I set my intention that this is the year I'm getting paid. So if this is a year for you to get paid, I want you to type in the comment, paid. And welcome to the show. So today I'm super excited because I got Gracie Ruth Melendez. She is a social media strategist who started in 2015 as a digital marketer strategist. She specialized in B2B content marketing, LinkedIn profile, makeover, and LinkedIn education. So she's been talking about LinkedIn since the day I met her, and I connected with her in a women's group, women's what do they call that? A woman's I can't remember. See, I'm blanking out. It was a women's group and I was there and we connected, and ever since then she's been talking about LinkedIn. And for a while a lot of people didn't realize how important your social media or your LinkedIn is to connect with you, between you and another business owner or another corporate. So when 2020 hit, everyone were scrambling around looking for social media strategists. Here is Gracie walking in gracefully. Guys, I know everything about LinkedIn. So she is the host of LinkedIn Local Pasadena and the co-host of LinkedIn Local Virtual. Her passion is to help business owners stand out from the crowd. She partners with her clients by guiding them to grow their business, building meaningful relationships on LinkedIn. So without further ado, I'd like to give a warm welcome to Gracie. Hi, Gracie.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for the warm welcome and for having me on your show. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. And we have a lot of enthusiastic coaches and business owner who's on the call today because we all love to hear your insights about LinkedIn. So just tell us about yourself a little bit. Like how did you get started?
I got started, well, prior to being a social media strategist, I was in real estate for many years. And over time, I feel like I no longer wanted to, this career no longer fulfilled me. It no longer made me happy. So I was looking for something. And then in 2014, I saw Marie Forleo online and I jumped into her course, which is called B School. And that's where I learned all about online business. And then I wanted to do a million things, but I needed to focus only on one. So she has one chapter where she helps you decide, to come down from a million things you want to do to just one specific. And that's when I thought, oh, that's when I realized, okay, social media strategy. And then um, I was invited to attend a mastermind group with Amy Porterfield, and I said to her, "Okay, this is what I decided. I'm gonna do social media, but now what? Where do I go?" And she was so gracious to direct me into social media management school, and that's where I learned all the ins and outs of how each platform works. because back then I had no idea back then. Back then I thought there was a back door that everybody knew except me. That's so funny. So then that's where I learned, and I learned from the best. These people are experts. And then in 2015, I started, my own business. I started little by little, and uh, joining groups and building relationships. And so back then I started with Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything that there was available. I did everything for my clients. And then about 3 years ago, I decided to focus on LinkedIn. But it wasn't something that I just woke up and said, "Oh, I think I'm going to do LinkedIn." It
Mhm.
was as a result of journaling and asking God, asking the universe for direction. And I heard an interior voice that says LinkedIn is the way to do it. So here I am 3 years later, and that's what I focus on, just helping my clients optimize their LinkedIn profiles and connect with their ideal client and build relationships, because a lot of people don't know how to build relationships, and it's amazing. Like, how can they not know? Because being online is just the same as being in person. You and I met in person, but we still kept connected even with the pandemic. Hey, how are you? And that's what keeps the relationship going and the connection.
Absolutely. And you just named, I knew you were my people because you just named my two favorite like my business idol. So I have two business idol. One is Marie Folio, and those of you who don't know who she is, check out the book Everything is Figure Outable. So
Mm.
she's the author of Everything is Figure Outable, Marie Folio, and she actually has a podcast where she talks a lot about business mindset and strategies, how to run a business. And then Amy Porterfield, I'm actually in the digital course with Amy Porterfield, and
Good.
yeah, I took the course, and so a lot of what Amy had to share and offer, it's amazing. And she also has a podcast. So guys, check out Marie Folio and check out Amy Porterfield. They're like really the top notch business coach that's out there. And I highly encourage you, if you're thinking about creating a digital course, go to Amy Porterfield.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no doubt about that. And then what I also hear is something that's very interesting. How you were really, and this is I think where a lot of coaches are doing right now is we're throwing spaghetti on the walls, right? So we want to hit the Facebook, we want to hit the Instagram, and we also heard that Clubhouse is really good, LinkedIn is really good. So we start scrambling around and going into each platform. But then there was a voice that you heard, and that moves you into LinkedIn. So ever since then, you've been on LinkedIn. So I think our viewer would love to hear about what are some of the ways that you can optimize your profile so that it really stands out.
Okay. Yes, if you are all over yourself, you're like an onion. You slice yourself too thin, and then you're nowhere because you. My best advice is to focus on one platform, and after you conquer that, then go to a next one. But don't go, all over. Excuse me. So one way to optimize is first is on LinkedIn. You have a headline. It's the top part of your profile. It's prime real estate. So this is where you can um, have an image, a banner that speaks to your ideal client. So if you are a mindset coach, put an image that will connect with your ideal client, and put a message that will resonate with your ideal client. If you wrote a book, I know you wrote a book, Michelle, then you could put book launch on such and such date. Check it out here, or learn more about it. And so you're highlighting your book, or you're highlighting your brand, you're highlighting a special event. Like let's say, like, I host LinkedIn local networking events, so you can highlight, our next event is such and such date. So that's prime real estate. It's like your billboard that you see when you're driving on the freeway,
Uh-huh.
except that this one is free and it's available to anyone who wants to take the time and the effort to put something there. The next one I would say is um, when you open your LinkedIn account, LinkedIn gives you a very generic URL, like www.linkedin.com / your name and a bunch of numbers, numbers that you can't remember. No one can remember. So there's a way to go in and change that and customize it to www.linkedin.com / and your name. So people will find you easily. There's no need to have some type of crazy numbers there.
I've seen those, and then or they have the name, and then they followed by a whole bunch of numbers. Yeah, so like you can actually go in there and go under your setting and change that, and so that it only reflect your name.
Right, right. Yeah, you go into your profile and hold on, let me see in my there's a way to just go in and change the settings and change the name and change it to www.yourname.com. So it's so easy, so easy to find and remember. The next thing is your headline. And your headline is where you have your name, like Michelle Hewitt or, whatever your name is. And then a lot of people have financial advisor or accountant or coach, but people are not looking for financial advisor. They're looking, it should say something like, I help my clients with blank, blank, blank. I help my clients to save money, or I help my clients to design their life. That would be a mindset coach. So, and also use keywords, because in the search area, uh, keywords will show up, how people are looking for you. So let's say I'm looking for an accountant. So I would put accountant in Los Angeles, or accountant in who specializes in special type of accounting, or special or as someone who does taxes. Then you put the type of specific specialization that you're looking for. It's like when you're looking for in your insurance, they send you a big, thick book and it gives you the names of doctors, but you're not going to get the first one. You're going to look for the one that, specializes in whatever you're looking for, like internalist or, someone who specializes in throat or.
Mm-hmm. So I think it might be easier if we visualize this, because I know I'm a visual learner, and I know a lot of my women, my ladies are also a visual learner. So let's say I'm going to share my screen, my profile with you. And that just take a look where we're so that they can follow along in
Oh,
terms of where we're talking about.
right, right. I'm glad you're showing this. This is perfect. So
Right.
you see right there on, it's my right. On the far right, it says edit public profile and URL. And it has,
Right here.
yes, click on it.
That's going to take you to another screen where you will be able to optimize it. Let me share that with you guys so that you can see it. So just bear with me in a moment. Here you go. So this is the after you click on the link on the profile, it says edit public profile.
Yes, it says edit custom URL. Right now it says www.linkedin.com /in /Michelle Q. But let's say you have Michelle Q in a bunch of numbers. You can delete a bunch of numbers and just customize that part of the square. It could be Michelle Q coach or just Michelle Q, to make it simple, easy to remember.
I don't know why I have a dash in there between Michelle and Quay, but it's too late for me now to change it. So guys, think about it. Be intentional when you work on it. You definitely wanted to optimize it so that it's easy to remember. Right now, I have it Michelle dash Quay. So I might want to consider changing it in the future.
Right. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but even that people will type Michelle Q, it will show up.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So
Yes.
that's the first one, right? To change your optimizing your URL.
Right. The next one is the headline, where you have your name, and then some people just says uh, uh, I have a certification in WLW, all kinds of acronyms. People don't care about acronyms. They want to know what's in it for me. So it would be more like I help, entrepreneurs, or I help women, of women, over 40 to do X, Y, and Z, or I help women in general, or to I empower women, or something that will resonate with your ideal client. So I see you have talks about, no, speaker, author. Oh, see, you have visibility coach.
Right. And the way that I did it was I have it under my name. So you know how LinkedIn, your name, people are typing first name and last name.
Yeah.
So how I did it was this is a trick that I learned is you type all your name in the first name and then you type in your visibility coach or whoever the title is, you type it into the last name and there you go. You have it. Your headline.
Right, right. And then it's no, you type it into the last name area, and then you see it shows under headline, founder at Elevate Life Coaching. So
Right.
you could put, because people are not looking for founders. They're
Ah.
looking for, I help my clients solve financial problems, or I help my clients with, whatever it is that you help them. I'll see you with, I help women coaches to confidently and courageously tell stories. See, now you're going to pop up in the search engine, because LinkedIn is also a search engine. You will come pop up under women coaches, confidentially, courageously, and you wrote something else.
Yeah, I help
Tell
women
stories.
coaches to confidently, courageously tell stories to get seen, get heard, and get hired.
Right. Okay, that's perfect. See that
See, I'm getting like a social media optimization on my LinkedIn right here just because I'm
right, and now you're gonna show up in the search engine when people are looking for or searching for a coach, someone to help them tell stories,
Mhm.
someone to help them be confident. So you will, the possibilities of showing up in the search engine are greater now.
Oh, okay. I might need to go back and to change it because I'm using my LinkedIn to connect with speakers or event planners. Because
Mhm.
a lot of what I do professionally is also public speaking. So I might
Okay,
have to go back and change that so I'm searchable.
okay, great, great. So the next part is, if you want to go down in your profile,
Okay. The next part.
keep going. This
Keep
part is
going.
your dashboard, where it tells you, you know, if your how far is your
My reach and how many people check me out.
yes, and how many times have you shown in the search? It says search appearances 18. So you may need to add more keywords to show up, because 18 is, it's very, very low. So
Mhm.
this is only for you. It tells
Okay.
you if you are, in the all-star category, that everything's filled out, everything's correctly. Because sometimes people just fill in some parts and leave other parts empty.
Mm.
So keep going down. This is the feature area. LinkedIn recently gave us this, in less than a year, gave us this uh, feature area where you highlight your top posts or your top messages, or like yourself, some top content that you recently shared.
Mhm.
So let's say you have a coaching program, then this is where you will highlight it, or a blog post that got a lot of views, got a lot of engagement, you will show it here.
Yeah, I have a freebie, so like a lead magnet, so that I share in the feature area. So every time people visit my profile, they'll see my lead magnet.
Okay. Now, another thing that I see here
Uh
is that
huh.
you're using a lot of hashtags.
Okay.
And on LinkedIn, it's not like Instagram. On Instagram, you can use up to 30 hashtags. On Instagram, it's different. It's not like Twitter either. So you can use three hashtags. So it won't be so, you know, mixed.
Clustered.
Yes. So your top three hashtags. I see you're using more than three. So be sure to use, the ones that resonate more with your ideal client, more like confidence, like women coaches, or what do you have here? Niche brand.
Be yourself. You be you. Stay true.
Okay. And also do create a hashtag for yourself,
Okay.
that's yours only, because BU is so general.
Yeah, I have one that's called Be Brave.
Okay, but you want something, like Bisu, from Instagram. She has a Bisu something. I forgot her complete hashtag, but it's yours, only yours. Something that represents you. So Michelle Hewitt Coach. So every
Mm,
people can remember, and you show up with that specific customized hashtag.
got it. I think I'm just gonna go with Be Brave with Michelle. What do you guys think?
Okay,
Like, give me a comment, right?
okay, I like that one.
Right? Be brave with Michelle. Like
Yes,
Michelle just stand for being brave. So that's just connect the dot. Be brave with Michelle.
right. That's awesome. Okay, the next section is your activity that shows, if you have engaged with other people's posts, if, it shows your post, your recent post, or any post that you have posted recently or within the past 90 days. The next section is your about section. This one, be sure to write it with the ideal client in mind. A lot of people just write, I have a certification in X, Y, and Z, and I have title of, like their name and CRW and certification in the whatever ABC. People don't care about that, because we always have to think our ideal clients, or everybody in general, they're always looking for what's in it for me. So
Mm-hmm.
this section is for you to write it with your ideal customer in mind. You're speaking directly to them. uh,
Mm-hmm.
I help you to solve X, Y, and Z problem, and and then you will speak to those pain points that they're experience it. Do you lack confidence in X, Y, and Z, or are you afraid of being in front of the camera? Let's say that's part of the confidence. But
Mm-hmm.
then you write a little message that your ideal client would say, yes, that's me. Yes, I'm afraid of the camera, and I judge myself for being
Mm-hmm.
in front of the camera. So if you write something that resonates with them, they will want to keep reading that. You want
Mm-hmm.
this area to make them want to continue reading, and then at the bottom, then you give a call to action. Contact me at 1-800 call Michelle, or you know email at Michelle, information at michellehewitt.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when I use my LinkedIn profile, just so you guys know, I target my speaking engagement. So what I did was I have a little tagline, asking my question: Are you brave enough to have the confidence, self-resilient, embracing pain, achieving your dream? And then I talk a little bit about the story that I went to Machu Picchu, and then there's a little testimonial, then followed by a call to action.
Mm. Yes. I haven't read this part, but it should say, I help women coaches who are in specific niche. I don't know if you
Okay.
have a specific niche, because like some people, I only help people in the banking industry, or in the real estate industry, or in, so you might want to say that, if it's better, so that, let's say I don't know, I'm a dentist, and I'm looking for yours, and you said that you help chiropractors, you work with chiropractors, so I wouldn't be your client.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if I'm if I'm the person that you're specifying there, then I will say, yes, she's talking to me. It's about me. She's gonna help me.
I love how people come across these profiles and it's like, oh yeah, that's me, that's for me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of times we know what we need, but we don't find it. And then when people, it sounds like they're directly talking to you.
Right.
Oh, yes, yes, that's me. She gets me.
Exactly, exactly. Which is why I keep telling people, like, you really, really need to narrow down your specific niche if you want to get seen, because people's gonna come across your profile, and if they're confused, and most people have really short span of attention.
Mm,
So if they come across and they're not sure if this is something that's intended for them, they're gonna scroll very quickly, bypassing your profile, and they're just gonna move on to the next. And whoever speaks their language and talking to them, they're the one who's going to be spotlighted. They're the one who's going to be visible. They're the one who's going to get hired. So it's very important. So I'm still learning this, guys. I'm just as you. I'm still optimizing my profile. So I'm learning. I'm learning as we go. And I just wanted to thank you for checking in today. We're talking about optimizing your LinkedIn profile. I'm speaking with Gracie, and she's been in the LinkedIn space since 2015, in social media strategist in 2015.
right, right. The next feature is your experience. And a lot of people, they just say, well, I work at ABC company for the past, 10 years or how many number of years. But if you specialize in something within this company, like you say the name of the company, and then within this company, you were the content manager, or you were the asset manager, or you were the creator of X, Y, and Z product. You want to specify that, so it's not like you just were an employee, one of many employees of X, Y, and Z company. You want to specify, yeah, I worked at X, Y, and Z company for X number of years, and I helped the company save millions of dollars by doing X, Y, and Z. You want to specify that so people can, if you don't tell, people won't know.
Right. So I gotta change. It says private one-to-one coaching, group coaching, public speaking seminar. I gotta be more specific than that. Yes, that's what it's
Right,
saying.
right. Because there's different types of coaching,
Right.
and it doesn't specify. So the more you detail this part, more people will say, "Oh yeah, I am in this industry. I see Michelle has listed here what she can help me, and I'm going to follow her, and I'm going to call her."
Mm-hmm.
Now the rest is, put in your past jobs, and then keep going down. Education also, you want to be more specific. IPEC coaching. You can say this is where I learned X, Y, and Z, or I went to the University of so and so. I got my degree in blah blah blah. A little more specific, just a little bit, not like a whole, life story. So
Yeah, because that's important for to tell our coaches, because we tend to elaborate on our story. So if you just said to go back and add more, we're gonna be adding a lot more.
right, right. But this area they want to know. Oh, you specify in ABC.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. That's why there's the about section where you specify more. I can help you with X, Y, and Z. I have helped hundreds of women with confidence, or with whatever else that you help them with. So keep going. It's good to list your licenses and certifications to give social proof that
Mhm.
yes, you are an expert in your field because you went to so and so school, you got the certifications. The volunteer section is always good to mention. I worked at so and so, I help and I volunteer, and I love volunteering. Keep going down. Now the skills and endorsements is a good section, but a lot of people, randomly you get on LinkedIn. Do you endorse so and so for, let's say, word processing? And you're like,
Mhm.
I guess, and so it's just a random. It doesn't give. It's good to have, but it's not a solid foundation for endorsement. So keep going. The recommendation is the area where you have solid recommendations, solid um, referrals or testimonials, uh, because it shows the name of the person. It shows that this is a real person, and it shows that this person says, "I work with Michelle from some time ago, and she helped me with X, Y, and Z, and the results were wonderful." So this is where you want to focus on. Uh,
Mhm.
have people send you their testimonials via LinkedIn, because this is the place where it's solid, it's credible, and it will build more credibility for future people that are, they let's say they're on the fence about hiring you, Michelle. But
Mhm.
once they read this section, they're like, oh, yes, she's a real expert. She has worked with real people, because sometimes people just put, Mary says, oh, it was wonderful to work with so and so, and I got great results. But it is so random. It could be anybody, any Mary.
Right.
And this is so genuine and true. So another way, so the rest is groups,
Mhm.
languages, if you speak any language, or you speak Japanese. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, my Japanese is very preliminary. So I took a year of Japanese, and then I can do a conversational Japanese.
Oh, wonderful. Great. Back in my early 20s, I used to work at a Japanese bank, and I learned some Japanese, but it was very basic.
Yeah, I was explaining to my group the other day about Trello. So the Trello is an app or organization task, and it's in the form of Kanban. So I was able to, like Kanban is totally Japanese.
Oh, okay, great. And Chinese, I only took one semester back when I was in high school, so I only remember hello, how are you, and Happy New Year.
That's all you need. That's really all you need. I speak very fluently in Chinese.
Oh, wonderful. Great. Okay, so now that you got your LinkedIn optimized and it speaks to your ideal client, you want to start building relationships. You want to start engaging with people in the feed. And so let's say you found someone who posted something really wonderful about, I don't know, gratitude. And if you just put a like, that's not a conversation, that's not an engagement. Or if you just write, oh, that's really nice, that's not a conversation. You want to engage in an actual conversation like we're doing right now. So you want
Mhm.
to say, hey, so and so, uh, uh, I really like this topic. I am so grateful. Let me share with you what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
And then you can even ask another question to this person. And in the same thread, read other people's comments and engage in conversations. Like someone could say, oh, I'm grateful I woke up today with no pain. Oh, that's wonderful. And, that's how you start conversations.
Mhm.
And people get to see you, they get to see, they see you, you see them, and when they see your face, they see the picture of your face, and they see your name. But if it says Gracie Ruth, accountant, they're going to say, oh, it's just an accountant. But it says Gracie Ruth, I help X, Y, and Z type of clients to solve financial problems or solve life problems or confidence problems. That So your title always goes, your headline always goes with you. That's why you want it to be attractive enough so people can say, you're in the thread, they see you, they're like, oh, okay, she specializes in X, Y, and Z, or in helping women to be more confident. And
Mhm.
this is something that I lack. I'm gonna check Michelle and see what she's about. So let's say you engage in a conversation in a thread. Then you say, I'm gonna send her a connection request. Over here is not a friend request like Facebook. It's a connection request. So a lot of people, they just click the generic send request, and that is so generic, that says, "Hey, I like to get you into my network." That is so generic. That is so.
Is
You
that
know,
what it is? Because I've been getting those a lot. Like people would just send, "Hey, I would love to be in your connection," and I could never tell like which one is like one of those can message that you just like click on there and then it just blasts out to everybody.
uh, right, right. So it should be, this is your time to shine and connect at the human touch. Hey, Michelle, I saw you in so and so's podcast, and I really like the topic. I resonated with blah, blah, blah that you mentioned. And I would love to connect with you and learn more about you and what you do. And instead of saying, let's say some people just change this message into, hey, I saw you posted on so and so, and I like to sell you X, Y, and Z product that will help you with blah, blah, blah. That's not a connection. That's not a human connection. You want to connect human to human, even though we're using a screen, we're using online a platform. There's still a way to connect and make the human touch. Hey, Michelle, nice to meet you. I saw you at so and so's podcast, and the topic resonated with me because blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I hope I'm looking forward to connecting with you and learning more about you and what you do. So it gives them like, oh, okay, he or she wants to know about me and my business, not sell me something. And eventually build the relationship. And you build relationships not by sending that connection request and never talking again. You want to, engage in each other's posts, and you also want to meet outside the platform. You want to meet over Zoom, or if you're able to meet outside, like face to face, provided that we're being protected from COVID and all crazy things. Then you meet for coffee or virtual coffee, where you get to say hi. Michelle, I see that you like X, Y, and Z. Tell me about it. And then Michelle tells it, oh, yes, I've been practicing X, Y, and Z type of activity. And oh, how fun. And, that's how you start building a relationship. I host LinkedIn local networking events once a month, and virtual on over Zoom because we can't meet in person. But one thing that I have found is that people engage in conversations within this networking group, and then I send them their emails to each one so they can connect, they can start building relationships. But for some crazy reason, people don't do that. I don't know what is it that are they afraid to engage, or they don't know what to say, or
I think it's a number of reasons, right? There's people who who's shy, who like to kind of be in a more private setting, and there's those of us who aren't sure how to network. What do I say in network? Because we don't want to sound like a salesperson and pitching. And I know you and I have been those to where these networking event where immediately you start a conversation, people are like they're going after for something, right? So it doesn't feel good, it feels yucky. And then when it comes to like behind the scene, in a more private or email or messaging setting, sometimes we're just not sure what to say.
oh, okay. Okay, good to know. So I can, I'm working on creating a program to help people break out of that. I don't know what to say, or start pitching, or what if I pitch too soon? But I'm gonna thank you for saying that. So I'm gonna put it in my notes so I can start working on helping people to break out of that, and just be human and engage in conversations.
I usually like to start by having an icebreaker. So my icebreaker usually involves with like, hey, Gracie, do you like coffee or tea?
Yeah, and that's a conversation starter. Yes.
Yeah, coffee or tea.
Yeah. Oh, I like both. And what type of tea do you prefer?
There
Oh,
you go. Or something like Netflix or YouTube.
right. Exactly. Yes. And then pretty soon you know that you have a lot in common.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Great. Another thing is, people always say, back in the old days, in old days, I mean prior to internet, people used to do word of mouth referrals. Oh, I introduce you, Mr. So and so, who has helped me with X, Y, and Z. That still happens today, but it doesn't happen overnight. It
Mhm.
happens when you build a relationship. Uh, let's say I'm a chiropractor and I have helped you for years. And if you have a good relationship with me, if you have good results, then you're going to refer me to other people who need my chiropractor services, and vice versa, and it doesn't happen overnight. Like, we met today and we met for coffee, and then tomorrow I send you a ton of clients. It's a two-way street, and it's like dating. you know you talk, we get to know each other, and eventually, uh, either I refer you to someone or I become your client.
Right, right.
We
I
have to
love it.
build.
It's all about relationship buildings.
Right, and we have to build the trust.
Right. Totally agree. Gracie, when I told everybody that I was gonna invite you to talk about the LinkedIn, people were like really excited, and I have a lot of questions that start to roll in because we all want to know. A lot of us are actually using LinkedIn to leverage for our business, but then it's another social media platform. And again, there's that fear factor that jumps in, like, oh, I don't know what to talk about, or maybe even if I do know what to talk about, or I have an ideal client in mind, how do I start leveraging it? And I have one of the coach who reached out to me, and she said she had 6,000 followers on her LinkedIn, and she doesn't know like a whole lot of them. Maybe like out of the 6,000, there's only 20 or 30 who really really connected with her. So how do you leverage such a big following on LinkedIn?
Okay, you go through your list and you check each one. I mean, not in one day, but you go, a little by little, go through your list and see the top 10 people, and make a commitment. This week, I'm going to connect with these 10 people, the first 10 people, and put it on a spreadsheet. If you don't have some kind of a special application, put it on a spreadsheet. Today I'm connecting with these 10 people, and then you check, because some of them are, they may have connected some time ago, but some of them may not have been active on LinkedIn. So if they're not active on LinkedIn, even if you say hello, how are you, they're not going to reply. So you want to see who's active within the last, because that's why in your profile it tells you, this is their activity, and it shows you the last time they were active was 2 days ago. Okay, this people is active. But if their last time they were active was December 2020, what are the chances of them coming today and saying, hey, nice to see you again? So
Probably very slim.
yes. So you, out of those 10 people, you find out, okay, they're active, they're currently active. I'm going to engage in their posts. So let's say one of them is saying something about hello September, and then you said, yes, well, how amazing, the year time is flying so fast. We're on September 1st, and so what are your plans for this month? And then that's how you start a conversation.
Mhm.
uh, or if you want, then you can send them a direct message. Hey, so and so, I saw your post about September, welcome in September. um uh, something that says,
What's your favorite? Is pumpkin spice your favorite latte?
right, right. And then the person can come back with, oh yes, I love pumpkin spice, or no, I prefer X, Y, and Z type of drink. And but you want to make a commitment to either connect with 5 to 10 people each week,
Mhm.
and that way you know who's active, who's engaging, who's replying to you, and and then start building the connection. So let's say we met, I send you a DM and you said, oh, I love pumpkin spice. Oh, great. Do you prefer Starbucks or any other coffee brand? Oh, send you start talking, and the thing is to make that human connection.
Right.
Not in one day. It doesn't happen in one day that you become best friends, but it takes time. It's like when you plant seeds in your garden. They don't bloom overnight. You water them, you nurture them. So the same thing with relationships. You water them, you nurture them by being present, by engaging in their posts. And also another feature that LinkedIn gives us is the birthdays. And recently a client said to me, "Oh, could you just say thank you to everybody who sent me a birthday greeting?" So what I did, because he was out of town and he didn't have the time to go live. He got like 300 um, birthday greetings. So what I did is, "Hi, so and so. Thank you so much for the greeting, for the birthday greeting. I appreciate it. How are you?" That's also an opportunity to start a conversation. And then my client said, because I also do a LinkedIn management, and my client said, "But why did you enter the name of the person?" "Because we need the human touch. So if you reply to me with my name," I said, "Oh, he or she actually read my message. He or she appreciated my message, my greeting." And put yourself in the shoes of the other person. How would you feel if someone sends you a personalized message? You
Yeah.
feel happy, you feel grateful. And another way is that you could, using the app, you can send them a voice message. "Hey, Michelle, happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy." And that feels so much, a warm fuzzy feeling that someone cares about you. Not like care like your family, but they took the time to get their phone and send you a voice message.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate for video. So you can actually use your app and do a video. You can jump on the video and say, hello there, nice meeting you, I'm Michelle," and you just tell them and send them a little tiny video, like a 30-second videos, and people
Right.
feel people feel seen.
Right. And that's a great thing that you mentioned, because that will make you stand out from your competition, make you stand out from the crowd. You don't want to blend in like everybody else. There's a commercial that talks about psoriasis, like something on the skin. And then the lady is wearing a robe that it has flowers and the wall has flowers. You don't want to blend in like that. You want to stand out and say, "Hey, I see today is your birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day." And you will stand out. They will remember you. They will remember how you make them feel special.
Yeah, don't be a wallpaper, ladies.
Right.
Don't be a wallpaper. Let's get out there. Stand clear from the wall so that you're among the crowd. The bar is where it's happening. So go to where it's happening.
Right. Yes.
I love it. I love it. So another question that I have. So we talked about how to optimize LinkedIn. Tina sent me so she is in the executive coaching space, and she asked, "How do I optimize LinkedIn?" So I think we talked a lot about how to optimize the first of all your headline, making sure that you have a personalized URL by going and doing an edit, and then you focus on one platform at a time. So if LinkedIn is your space, be sure to focus on the LinkedIn and optimize your about section, optimize your education section, and be sure to get some recommendation, from your past clients, and just send a request to ask for recommendation. And then you also want to engage them, engage your followers. So Eve had asked, I have 6,000 followers, and how do I leverage them? And Gracie had kindly mentioned and encourage people to actually just be intentional and actually take 5-10 minutes a day to reach out to your followers. Are there, so those of you who are still live with me up until this point, I really appreciate it. But if you have any questions, just drop it in the comment section so we can have Gracie help us answer them.
Right, right. Now another thing is posting. You want to be active on LinkedIn. Every day would be great, but if for some reason you're too busy, you have too many things going on, 3 times a week would be good. And you want to post content that resonates with your client, something like Tip Tuesday, Wonderful Wednesday, or Winning Wednesday, something that will empower them, and it makes you stand out from the crowd, and you are top of mind, because you become top of mind when you are present. So, and one of the best posts that I have seen and created and seen that have good results with my clients is carousel posts, where you mention a topic in several images, like what is confidence, and then you mention in the next slide, confidence is blah 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 blah, and how do you break out of the fear of being in front of the camera, and then you explain each thing with a little bit of words. If you have too many words, people can read it.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be, from 3 to 7 slides, so people can slide them over and read about it. And then at the end, put your logo, put your name, put your website. You give them a call to action, so they know where to go, where to ask a question.
Love it. We have a question here from Helen. Helen is asking, how do we manage our LinkedIn after changing business name? So instead of, she gives her example, instead of Discovering You Coaching, it is now Helen Branner Coaching. Would I need to have a separate LinkedIn page for both, or only my main profile to represent me?
Okay. Thank you for the question, Helen. You can have, LinkedIn allows us to have only one profile, one personal profile, and one business page. Like Facebook, you have a business page. So, and you want to post in both. And so in your personal profile, you can put your name and helping women with X, Y, and Z coaching. And then in your personal profile where it says employment or work experience, you would put the name of your business and open a business page. Link both of them with your logo. So in your personal profile, it will show your logo and it will show the name of your business. So when people visit your profile, they click on it and it takes them to your business page, where they will learn more about your services, how you help them, results, and it will say visit web page or website, and they will click on it and it will send them to your website to learn more about it.
Yay.
And you also want to post there. You want to be active there, posting, um, you know, uh, brand awareness posts, how to post, thought provoking posts.
So be active on both.
Yes.
So Helen, if that answered your question, just type in a comment, LinkedIn, to let us know that that was helpful. And Helen said, okay, great, thank you. Now to figure out the next step to either changing or deleting to create a new business page.
Right.
Well, Gracie, I can have you talk for days, but I know you do have a busy schedule. Any last minute tips for our coaches?
Don't be afraid to connect with people. Be yourself, and just engage with people. Engage in conversations, not just the oh that's nice, so I myself, I am an introvert, even though sometimes I don't look like an introvert. But first I check out other people's profiles, then I read their like, okay, these people, I resonate with them, I like what they're saying, then I follow them, and then I engage with their posts. And posting makes you be present in this person's post, and present in other people seeing your connection, your conversation, your reply to whatever the post was. And so you want to be intentional and be present. And get rid of the I'm an introvert person, because being an introvert is equals to being frozen, and that doesn't take you anywhere. So I know you want to succeed, and the way to succeed is to take action. So, engage, be present.
Take
And if you
action,
need,
ladies.
yes, and if you have any questions, please ask. You can find me here on LinkedIn.
Yep. So you can find Gracie on her LinkedIn profile. So / LinkedIn Gracie Ruth. And you can also visit her on her website. What's your website?
GracieRuth.com.
And where else can people find you?
Well, I am all over the social media. Yes, I am all over.
She's all over the social media. So you can
Yes.
find her on Facebook, Instagram, or you can also email her at Gracie@GracieView.com.
Right. I'm always happy to get to know new people, to engage them, and build relationships, because that's key. That's key to growing better communities and to learning more about each other.
Yeah, what I love about Gracie is she has a very bubbly personality and she's so easy to work with. I remember when we were at the women's club, you were always like going around, you're the social butterfly, taking care of and talking to everybody, and that really truly reflect on how you help your clients, creating that social media strategy that really work and that really get them out and get them going. So that's what I love about you. Your personality just shine through.
Thank
Entirely.
you. Thank you so much. I also like your personality, how you happy and bubbly you are in this platform, connecting with your viewers. I like that. Very nice.
Yep. There you go, guys. Personality shines.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Gracie, for coming to the show. I am like, I can talk to you for days and hours, but I know your time is valuable. So I'm going to put you to the backstage so I can wrap up this show. And just bear with me for another minute. All right, guys. So I hope that was helpful. So today, set an intention to optimize your headline, change your URL. If you still have these weird numbers attached to your LinkedIn profile, be sure to change that. Be sure to watch a replay, and so that you know where to look for things, and also optimize everything that you have on the LinkedIn so that you are more visible and start going out there to engage people, right? Because that's the biggest message that I've taken away is to go out and start engaging and having conversation. We can do a lot of these back end stuff, making sure that we optimize our profile. Ultimately, it's the relationship that you're building out there that's going to be a game changer for you. So without much ado, have a wonderful Wednesday, and be sure to check out Live Coffee Talk next week again at 8 o'clock Pacific time. I am going to invite my personal web designer to talk about web designs. So stay tuned and be right back. Bye.